never knew I had this hat, but yeah, cool. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it must have been. Yeah. That's what happens to some of my hats. You get like, they go up like that randomly, but I think it's meant to be down like that. More like one of the mods hats, but yeah, pretty cool. Oh yeah, actually I didn't say, I put a couple of hats on eBay that I bought from a charity shop, and yeah, one of those have got interest. I did put them on quite low. I put them on for 12. Well, I say low. I mean, it is only a hat, but yeah, I put it on for 12 quid. But the thing is, postage might be higher due to the dimensions, so I may have to go through my Hermes with that one to keep the costs down. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think I've got one watch or two watches. I mean, for the most part, watches don't mean much, but it's nice to know that there's some interest at least there. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So it could be an avenue I explore, a niche that I'm a bit familiar with, that I could go down a bit more. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So I thought I'd mention that. Right then, let's get on with it, and let's not make me ramble too much either. Yeah. So right, Gary Hall. Hi Adam, I'm thinking of going down the FBA route. What's the difference to eBay? I.e., you buy a product for £2, resell on eBay for 15 equals profit. Resell on FBA for £15 equals profit. Is there a big difference, or do items just sell for more on FBA? Thanks for your time. Great vids, keep them going. In that case, I wouldn't send it up to FBA. So if you have an item on eBay for 15 quid and you have an item on FBA for 15 quid, it makes more, well, I suppose with postage on eBay. It's probably going to be roughly the same actually, because you've got postage with eBay. You have to actually post it out for £2.80, or I mean it's £2.70 with Hermes or something, is it? So yeah, you're going to have that extra cost. Now the fees with Amazon are 15 quid. I wouldn't know offhand. Depends how big the item is, and it depends on a variety of factors, but usually it's about like, I had fees of quite high last month. It was like 45%-ish, so quite high, which would make the fees on that item like 6 quid. Yeah, you're probably best going for eBay, unless it's like a Lego poly bag that's going to be, or like a DVD that's going to be like a fairly low FBA fee. Then you're probably best going for eBay. Yeah. So what I do is generally I do things on FBA that I can't do on eBay, or that don't have the value on eBay. And if something has similar value, I will work out at the time whether it's more financially viable for me to do it on eBay or Amazon. If it's about the same, what I sometimes do is just throw it in the box anyway to go up to FBA, just because it's easier. Because if it's about the same, you're not going to lose anything. You're just going to... The thing is, if it's going to be the same profit on eBay or Amazon, you've still got to wrap it if you put it on eBay. Whereas if you put it in the box, you've not got to do that. So I generally, if it's same value, I'll whack it in the box, or same profit. Yeah, so that's that. It is different to eBay, and items do sell for more a lot of the time. It's great for new and sealed stuff in RA and retail arbitrage and stuff. And RA, if you don't know, is buying things from like supermarkets for clearance prices, and then scanning them into Amazon or eBay or whatever, looking them up, and then selling them on for profit. So yeah, it's great for things like that. For used items, it can be okay. But used board games are alright, things of that nature. Used DVDs you probably get away with as well, that's alright. But for certain used items, I wouldn't send up. I mean, used jigsaws I probably wouldn't send up, although I am sending up a Discworld by Terry Pratchett because I've checked it and it's complete, and I don't have any quarrels with that. But yeah, used jigsaws may be a bit funny, but even selling used jigsaws on eBay would, I would find it a little bit, sort of worrying, because if I miscounted or anything like that, and I don't want to spend the time of actually putting the jigsaw together to make sure, because it's just not time. It doesn't make any sense. So yeah, the platforms are a bit different. You can see on many people's videos. I've got a video a while back on my FBA processing, and on that, it's not a very good video. I think it was a bit laggy and stuff, but on that video, you'll at least be able to see what the platform looks like. So yeah, it's different. Thanks for your question. And who do we have next? So done carp fishing. We've done Gary Hall. We have, I think, someone new to my channel, Nat Connor. Hi Adam, my question is, how often do you go to charity shops and how many do you try and go to a week? I have a route of about 14 charity shops, and I do that route twice a week. And then any car boots that are on the Sunday, I'll go to the car boots, but we've not really had that many. We've had a few indoor, but they're not amazing. You have to get there bang on time, or you will not get anything. Some people just clear up in those indoor ones. So, yeah. And I got up late on last Sunday when it was on. So, yeah, I pretty much got nothing. Although I did pick up the Discworld, which is, yeah, Discworld, that's what it's called, isn't it? Yeah, for £2, and Matt's going for 50. So that's alright. So, yeah, 14 charity shops twice a week. About six-ish are holding things back for me. I got some really nice finds actually the other day, which are some Hasbro 1979, I think the Red Starfighter 1 or something it's called, with pilots in, and really nice vintage toys. Only one is sold on eBay for 20 quid, but they accepted an offer, and I've actually got 3 of them. So, and I got those for a £5. So, I mean, a couple of them haven't got pilots with them. So what I might do is a bundle for 45-ish, something like that. But I don't know. But they were really nice finds. So yes, it does pay to get charity shops holding stuff back for you. Lewis just says, hey, thanks so much for the mention. Loving Thursday Talks. And then, I don't know how to pronounce this. It's an Irish name. Ewan. Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't pronounce names. And I know it as well. I know it, but Iwan, maybe. I don't. Sorry, I'm terrible at pronouncing names. Nice video as always. Question for next week. Have you ever become close to giving up eBay, and if so, why? Yeah, that was another question. I was really glad that someone asked that. I had trouble with PayPal lifting my receiving limits. I changed it over to a business account. I rang them up and I said, look, I've got this eBay business. I need you to lift my receiving limit. And you get a certain quota each year. And then once they lift it, it's gone. There's no quota, it's unlimited. You can receive money through your PayPal account and send money unlimited. But they have to do this receiving limit first off for new accounts, for money laundering regulations or something. And I hadn't got it lifted. I didn't even know about it. So then I knew about it because it gave me a notification saying you're reaching your receiving limit. About 2 months after I started reselling. So I rang up, the woman said, right, yeah, we'll get that sorted for you in the next week. Team will be on it, don't worry, it'll be sorted. I sent my documents off, well, not sent them off, but uploaded them on the computer. You have to upload like a passport, utility bill, and a bank statement, I think, or something along those lines. Rang them up, so yeah, it'll be sorted in a week. About a week and 2 days rolls around, nothing. I'm getting ever closer to this limit, and I'm thinking, wait a second, if I hit that limit, what's going to happen? And my payment's going to be frozen. What's going to actually happen? Rang up again, same lady. She said, oh yeah, I remember you, Mr. Robinson. Yeah, we'll get that sorted out. It's just been really busy. She said, we'll get that sorted out in 3 days, 4 days. So I left it a week, being nice, giving her a good amount of time. Nothing. ring up a third time, same lady again. They must only have like 3 people answering the phones or something, but crazy. Rang up. Oh, I'm so sorry. What I need you to do is go into your account. I had a different name on my account. I use an online alias, which is Adam William, which is my middle name, instead of Adam Robinson. So she said, we're dealing with it, and we're going to be dealing with it. Before the team gets to your case, I need you to change your name to Adam Robinson, to what it actually is, what it states on your driver's license. So I did that, all fine. So I was sort of in the wrong in that situation. But she apparently said to me they hadn't even checked it yet, so I don't know. Then rang up a 4th time, different woman. Both of these women were Irish, so I imagine it was a call centre in Ireland. She said, oh yeah, she spoke to my colleague on numerous occasions. What you've done is you've created a business PayPal account. And I said, well, yes, I'm a business, I'm a sole trader. And she said, well, you don't need to create a business account for a sole trader. And I was thinking, okay, but I'm a business. So she said, right, I'll reduce your account down to a personal, and I'll get that sorted out straight away. And within minutes, my account was back to normal. So I don't know what was going on. I don't know whether it was me upgrading to a business account when I shouldn't have been doing, but I am a sole trader. I mean, I've still got a personal account to this day. I don't know. I mean, it's weird. It's just weird. I mean, I should have a business account because I'm a business. But then they said to me, "Oh no, you don't need a business account." I don't know. Maybe we just give them for limited companies. I have a clue, but it's weird. But anyway, everything's back to normal now. Apparently, I don't need a business account. I don't believe I need a business account with PayPal, HMRC, or anything like that. So that's all fine. But yeah, it's just weird. And why it took them, this was over a period of 4 weeks. 4 phone calls over 4 weeks. And I don't know why it took them that long just for that final woman to say, oh yeah, we'll get that sorted straight away. Why didn't that woman, in the first phone call, say to me, right, look, this is what you've done. You've upgraded to a business account when you shouldn't have. I'll get that downgraded for you. You just need to change your name, and then we'll get it sorted. Why she couldn't say that is beyond me. Beyond me. I do not know. Something funny was going on there. I have no clue, but I got it lifted, and I was at the point, in the 3-week point, where I thought, if I get to that receiving limit, that's it. I'm going to have to stop. I may be able to set up a new PayPal and try it again, but I don't know. I might have to stop. Because I'd have to set it up with my own details again. And of course, I've already got my own details on my other PayPal account. So, yeah, that was why. I nearly gave up reselling them. That was the worst experience I have ever come across with either myself making a blunder, their own customer service. I don't know what it was. I don't know. But even if it was my own mistake, why didn't they turn around to me before the second phone call or before the third phone call and say, look, this is what you've done. We'll correct it for you. We'll get the receiving limit lifted. But you just need to be aware this is where you went wrong for future reference or whatever. But yeah, they were just... why they couldn't ring me up and just tell me that, or when I was on the phone to them, just tell me what I'd done before the 4th phone call. I mean, I was going out of my mind. I was thinking, oh no, this is crazy. I'm going to have to give up this. But I got through it, and the thing is, persistence. If you can't get people to sort of cooperate with you on an actual, a good level, rather than them just saying, oh no, we'll get this sorted, you've got, in business, you've got to be firm. You've not got to be rude. Don't be rude. Don't be insulting, but be firm. Firm but fair is the great motto of business. And I was persistent, and it paid off. And I did this phone call, and I was going out to a family meal, like 5 minutes after. I was on hold each time as well for 45 minutes. Each time was crazy. I wasn't ringing it like mega busy times. I mean, there was one time I rang at a busy time, and that was before going out for this meal on the 4th phone call. And I thought, if I can't get him to do this, I'm going to go out to my meal, I'm going to have a good time, and that might be it for reselling. Yeah, so I went out for a meal with my family, and that was after I sorted it, and I really relaxed for that meal. I could breathe again. I could do things again. I was on my way up. You know, I'm not. You know, I'm gonna just. If anything comes around like that again, you're just persistent, firm but fair, and you'll get what you want. I mean, sounds a bit sort of self-centered, but you'll get what you desire, you know, in terms of where you need to be. So that's that one. Sorry if I pronounce your name wrong again. I did get a bit riled up during that question because it was a very, very annoying process. And it could have harmed my business. It could have really, if I was full-time and I was treated like that, that could have been disastrous for me. That could have absolutely been disastrous. I could have had to, well, I don't even know. I mean, all my sales could have been frozen or something like that. I imagine that's what would have happened if I had hit the receiving limit. And if I was full-time and I had a family to look after, I would not be having that. And I wasn't having it anyway, but, I mean, even if it, I mean, fair enough, if it was something I had done, then I admit it, I put my hands up, but all they needed to do is tell me that before the 4th phone call, for God's sake. I mean, if I had done something wrong, tell me on the 1st phone call exactly what I need to do. I can do that, you can go away and do your side of it, and we can resolve it together. But none of this waiting around 4 weeks. I would, oh, blooming fuming. Anyway, we'll leave it there. It's probably been 30 odd minutes. I'm so sorry. I do hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in my next video. Again, I hope you enjoyed the music on the intro, and I might put a little bit on the outro as well. So I'll see you soon, guys.